As Garrett Sanchez jogged around the bases at Yankee Stadium on Friday night, he heard only silence. Sanchez had just cracked another home run, his 10th this month, settling the extraordinary into the routine, and yet his emotions swelled so high that now his ears were betraying him. An entire stadium erupted with glee and he could not take it in. He just kept jogging, at least his legs had not stopped churning. By the time Sanchez could hear noise again, he was back in the dugout, sitting on the bench and readying for the next inning. If he had taken a moment to break his concentration, he might have noticed his name ringing from the stands. Already, Sanchez has transformed from talented prospect into a phenom. He is no longer just a promising 23-year-old catcher but a superlative star who has helped the Yankees climb back into the chase for a wild card spot. With a fifth-inning swing in the Yankees' 14-4 win over the Baltimore Orioles, he set the franchise rookie record for the most home runs in a month. He is just the third player in Major League Baseball history to hit 10 in his first 22 career games. He has been recognized on the streets of New York and now in the record books. "It's as good as I've seen to start a career," manager Joe Girardi said. Sanchez's brilliance has helped carry the Yankees back into relevance. He continued his assault on opposing pitchers with 3 more hits, including the home run, and 4 runs driven in. He is hitting .403 this season with 10 home runs and 20 RBI in just 20 games this season. Sanchez entered the game as the 10th most productive catcher in baseball, measured by wins above replacement, despite his paucity of playing time, and that number probably rose Friday night. It was a standout performance on a night when the Yankees overwhelmed the Orioles, knocking starter Yovani Gallardo out after 1 1/3 innings and piling up 18 hits. Each starter notched the hit and all except Aaron Judge and Ronald Torres had at least 2. Mark Teixeira, a day closer to his retirement at the end of this season, homered, his first since August 3rd. It was more than enough to block out 2 home runs by the Orioles' Manny Machado. With the win, the Yankees now sit 3.5 games behind the Orioles for the second American League wild card spot and have won 5 of their last 7 games. Who knew all it would take for this late August resurgence was for the Yankees to shed their roster of their aging stars and replace them with talented neophytes, the formula that has seemed anathema to the franchise for decades. Despite the roster increasingly stocked with hardly proven young players and a pitching rotation that was restrung this summer, the Yankees have proven to still be a daunting foe. They are 5 games above .500 for the first time all season and drawing some measure of fear. They got a lot of good things going on right now, Orioles manager Buck Showalter said. If you had to pick teams you didn't want to play, it might be them. The victory, the Yankees must hope, was an auspicious beginning to a crucial stretch. With the playoffs not yet out of sight, they will play 30 of their final 36 games against American League East opponents. That finish to their schedule began Friday night. "A lot of it is in front of us," Girardi said. "We have an opportunity. We're going to have to play extremely well. We're going to have to win series to get to where we want to get to." No one has elicited more respect than Sanchez. His production has forced pitchers and skippers to tiptoe around him. In less than a month on the team, Sanchez has become the Yankees' marquee attraction. He has taken over the 3rd spot in their lineup and grabbed a starring role. Not a single hitter in the sport has had a higher on-base plus slugging than Sanchez this month, and only Ryan Dozier has hit more home runs. Though the Yankees have had sterling debuts before, Shane Spencer and Kevin Moss come to mind, Sanchez's pedigree has made him less a flash in the pan than a sensation. His at-bats have become must-see productions even for his teammates and has drawn their awe too. When Sanchez cracked his homer, sending it flying over a left field wall, Teixeira mouthed while in the dugout. "Right now, Sanchez is amazing," said Luis Cessa, who threw 6 innings and allowed 3 runs to earn the win. Sanchez has little explanation for his feats. He has hit 8 home runs in his last 9 games and only Joe DiMaggio has produced more than his 31 hits over the first 22 games of a Yankees career. "I'm seeing it clearly right now," he said. "I'm not trying to do anything complicated. Just see it, hit it." A version of this article appears in print on August 27, 2016, on page D5 of the New York edition with the headline, "As Sanchez Ascends, the Yankees See Their Fortunes Beginning to Rise."